Well, hello there. It's Zach Grantham hanging out with you this morning. Hopefully you're 6 feet away from the screen. I think that's how that works. Like you need to be kind of back a little bit away from the screen so that way we can stay away from each other. Actually, I think you're good because we're on a screen. But it's kind of like when I would sneeze and tell people to Lysol the radios. Please don't take that as truth. Well, my radio's not working now because I sprayed Lysol on it because you told me. No, that doesn't work at all. But just wanted to check in with everybody, see how everybody is doing this morning. I had a funny interaction with Jeremy Thomas this morning right up at 8 o'clock. We were talking about something that I felt like I overuse this function. So we're going to do that here in just a moment. We're going to talk about it. But if you don't mind, please share this video because I want to get advice from everyone in Texoma about what I should do here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this video as well. I'm going to get on my phone and see what's happening. There you go. See it now. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Hi, Cindy. Oh, I should probably talk on the radio now. Katy Chesney, and here and now we are 93.1 Katy Country. We're doing a Facebook Live video right now, and we're failing because I don't have it angled properly. There you go. We're a little bit better now. My goodness, that was like it was just like a picture of my gut. I have a shirt on and all that this time. But yeah, that was a little awkward. But I was telling you a moment ago how I'm going to start doing these Katy Country Quaranstreams, which is basically just everyday stuff, random stuff that I do, whether it's at work, whether it's at home at Grantham Manor. Yesterday I did a drum off with my 4-year-old kid, and I killed him on the drums, but everybody voted for him. It's like he's cute and adorable or whatever. But I'm going to start doing these very frequently, so you can see these up on our website at 931KMKT.com. Just click the watch tab, and then it'll be under Zach TV. Or you can join us right now. We're doing a Facebook Live video, so just have some fun as you're hanging out at home. Of course, if you're out and about driving around, hopefully you're 6 feet away from everyone, but please make sure you do it safely. We don't need you driving back and forth on Highway 82 watching a Facebook Live video, but definitely check it out, share with your friends, because I have a question if I'm overdoing a particular thing, and we'll talk much more about that on this Facebook Live video. Let's check out your weather right now. It's all brought to you by Flanagan's Outdoor Power Equipment and Steel Products at 5209 Texoma Parkway in Sherman. What's up, Mr. Tom Miller? All right. Cindy. I think I think form-wise may have been a little bit better than my 4-year-old, but he has that whole cuteness factor, so that's kind of what's going on. All right, so I talked to Jeremy Thomas about this just a moment ago, and yes, I will tell you, I'm basically a 13-year-old boy. I know I may be about to turn 33 in June. By the way, I'm really excited about turning 33 in June. My wife is actually older than me, but technically she's older than me, but she looks younger than I do, which is kind of crazy because if you ask somebody how old I look, they're like, you're like 39, 40, 42. And hi, Deborah, how are you? My wife, on the other hand, looks like she just turned 30 like 2 years ago. But yeah, she's a few years older than me. But I, basically most of the time act like a 13-year-old boy, and she has to tell me that we're not in middle school anymore all the time, which is pretty funny. But I think that I may flush the toilet too much. This is my problem, and I know you're going to be like, what in the world are you talking about? I think I overflush the toilet, okay? I've said in the past on the show that I over-deodorize. Like, I'll take the deodorant and I'll sit here for like 10, 15 seconds because I want to make sure that I'm clean, I smell good, whether it's Sport Fresh or Arctic Sun or whatever the scent is of the deodorant. But I want to make sure that I'm clean and all that. But also, I don't want to overflow the toilet, and I do not want to get the toilet, clogged up. Uh, I know this is weird, but just hang with me, okay? But here's the thing. I think I do it too much, okay? I think I may be able to save a lot of money at my house if I could just figure all of this out. So I need suggestions, okay? Do I just... What do I do? Do I just roll with it and just continue to flush and flush and flush and flush? By the way, if you're not using the courtesy flush, then shame on you. I know maybe some husbands right now. Jeff Bush, hey, what's going on? Hi Seth, how are you? The thing is like you may want to do what Jeff Foxworthy calls the courtesy sniff. No, you don't want to do that. Your wife is not going to like that. So you do the courtesy flush, but I'm just thinking that I probably flush a little too much because in the past I've always it's always horrible when the toilet overflows or anything like that because then you got the water damage and then the water's running everywhere and other stuff's running everywhere. So Cindy, I'm not bored. I mean, this is just the things that pop up into this crazy skull of mine every single day. So I think I could probably save myself about $50 a month in my water bill by I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to use less toilet paper. I don't know. I just feel like I even do it with the urinal. You do the one just because you don't know who was in front of you, and then you do it again, and sometimes you gotta hit the urinal flush button or whatever that thing is called. I don't even know what the technical term is. The thingy whopper, that you press down to flush urinal. I don't know. Maybe I do that a lot. But is anybody else like that? Do you just want to make sure that everything's good and all that? I just know that right off the bat, I'm like, flush number 1, boom, because I want my wife to stay married to me. I don't want her to be like, oh my gosh, what died in here, and then realize that she married down a level, which I feel like that she already thinks that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person. Maybe that's the weirdest thing we've ever talked about here. And of course, this would be a perfect topic for the second installment of the Katy Country Quaranstream. As you may be watching this from home right now going, Zach has had way too much coffee today. And you're probably right on that, but I think I probably need another cup at about 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. But I don't know, Cindy. I don't think I'm bored. I mean, I'm working. Some would call this work. They pay me to talk for a living, and I barely do that. All right, let's see what's going on in the comments here. Cindy, I turned 66 in May. You're just a baby. Yes, you're lucky with such a pretty wife. This is true. This is true. I am very, very lucky to have a gorgeous wife. I don't know what she saw in me other than the fact that maybe I make her laugh every so often. So there you go. Let me see if I can scroll down here. Hi, Jeff Bush. Put a brick in the tank. What does that mean? It takes up space and saves water. Oh! Now that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Hi to Lisa. How are you doing? That is a great idea. I'm going to pin that comment to the top of this video because that's a good idea. I'm just saying, I feel like that my wife has even mentioned a couple of different times that I flush way too many times. So maybe she's trying to hint around that, hey, Mama can go get her hair cut. She can go to the nail salon if you were able to stop flushing 6 or 7 times. But you said your dad did it for years. All I know is I just remember my parents going, you overflow the toilet again? And we'd be living out in Callisburg. And, then it's like you got carpet in your bathroom. And it's just, that's just absolutely disgusting. So I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Maybe I need to not drink as much coffee. Which, by the way, I would just much rather continue to flush the toilet 20 times every use because I have to have me some coffee for sure. But maybe I'll just use a little less TP. But like I said, I over deodorize on my armpits. I just want to make sure everything's good. All right, I think that's enough for my my second installment of the Katy Country Quaranstream. So I apologize to the wackiness or the zackiness, as this would be. All right, let's see. What do you think about Joe Exotic? Joe Exotic, I've heard a lot of stories from my time being in Ardmore. I know it's weird, I used to work at another radio station in Ardmore a long time ago. And so I always would travel up to like the Arbuckle Mountain area, and I would hear all these like legendary stories about Joe Exotic. And I was telling Jeremy on the air just a moment ago that I think I remember being at the Arbuckle Ballroom one time. We were doing a radio station concert and him being there. But this was, gosh, I don't know how long ago. I've been at Katy Country for what, over 7 years now. So yeah, this was probably maybe 10, 12 years ago when all this was happening. So yeah, I haven't watched it yet. It'll probably be something I'll just watch by myself. So definitely don't want the kids within earshot, and my wife probably has no interest in it. But yeah, it's a pretty crazy documentary for sure. And it's kind of nuts for me to be this close to it and to hear stories about him and to know all about the GW Exotic Animal Park in Wynnewood from my days being in Ardmore in Carter County and living in Ardmore for about a year or so. But man, it was, having everybody in the nation talk about Joe Exotic, it's kind of crazy. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So maybe sometime this week I can sit down and watch a few episodes and see what it's all about. So there's my take on Joe Exotic. Although I will say, I've said this before, if I was able to grow hair, I would do a mullet like Joe Exotic. So there you go. All right, y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. Hey, please stay home, save lives, wash your hands. Please use the whole social distancing thing. Just want to make sure that everybody stays safe out there. Of course, we now have 7 confirmed positive cases of the coronavirus in Grayson County and several others throughout North Texas and southern Oklahoma. So please stay safe and just continue to listen to Katy Country, whether it's on your radio. You can tell Siri to play 93.1 Katy Country, and she will do that. Also, Alexa, you got the radio.com, the TuneIn apps, the iHeartRadio apps. You can listen to Katy Country anywhere, okay? So thank you so much for sticking with us and rolling with Katy Country throughout this whole shebang. So, all right, thanks for watching the Katy Country Quaranstream, and I promise, actually I won't promise, it'll probably be a little bit more, random the next time around. But hey, like Jeff Bush says over in Bonham, put a brick in the back of the water tank because it saves water, which means it'll save me money.